they took him, even as he was in the ship. And there were also with him other little ships. And there arose a great storm of wind, and the waves beat into the ship, so that it was now full. And he was in the hinder part of the ship, asleep on a pillow. And they wake him, and say unto him, Master, carest thou not that we perish? And he arose, and rebuked the wind, and said unto the sea, Peace, be still. Mm-hmm. And the wind ceased, and there was a great calm. And he said unto them, Why are ye so fearful? How is it that you have no faith? Mm-hmm. And they feared exceedingly. And one said to another, What manner of man is this, that even the wind and the sea obey him?
Show enough.
And our topic this morning, and I kind of laughed as it came up earlier, this storm won't take me out.
Jesus.
Amen.
So I will praise him in advance. And so, as we said this morning, our topic, this storm will not take us out. It won't take us out. Mm-hmm. So as we look at our text today, we're going to learn a couple of things about storms. And we can use, and what we can use in these storms of our life to help make things better. As our testimonies to help others who may be going through a storm, because the Word of God says we are overcome by our testimonies. Mm-hmm. So we need to share our testimonies of how God brought us over.
Amen.
I remember being a child and sitting in church at a revival service, and one of the songs you'd often hear is How I Got Over. Mm-hmm. My soul looks back and wonders how I got over. Mm-hmm. That was a song of testimony.
Yes.
Because it could have been the other way. Right. Could have took you out. But these storms won't. So there are natural storms. Yeah. And as long as we live here on this earth, we're going to go through some natural storms. We're going to be sitting inside our house, on our jobs, riding in our cars, and all of a sudden the clouds are going to go from the pretty fluffy white to a little bit of gray, and sometimes they get so gray it looks dark as night, and you can't hardly see anything around you. And the winds rage and the rain begins to fall. That's the natural storm. Yes. Sometimes in that storm there's balls of hail, there's thunderstorms, there's earthquakes, there's hurricanes that rage, and typhoons and other things that come as symptomatic things that go along with that storm. But there are some times that you're in these natural storms that we also get afraid, and we always seek shelter. Psalms 91 tells us that we should abide in the shelter of the Almighty. And so the best shelter that we need to seek is not one that's temporary or falling down. You got to find what to lean on. Then there are some physical storms that we go through in our lives. Some of these storms are storms of sickness, where there's sickness in our body. We can't seem to keep any food down. Our body is racked with pain. We're dealing with anxiety and stress. We're dealing with things where it seems like the doctor can't even figure out what's going on in our body. Blood pressure's up one day and down the next. Blood sugar spiking, this, that, and the other. Dealing with anemia. All of a sudden, you had a head full of hair. Next day, you wake up and half of it's on your pillow. You don't know what's going on. Physical storms. Bouts of sickness that we have to get through. Sometimes there are storms of joblessness that really test your faith, because a lot of times we think we have our faith in God, but we rely so much on our job and that direct deposit paycheck that if anything should happen to it, we in trouble. Our faith is shaking and our knees are quaking, they buckling. Like, Lord, how am I going to get through? I barely make it now. But then when you realize that God is keeping you and sustaining you through that storm, you often wonder, why did I even need that job? Because I'm doing better now than what I was before. When you respond with faith.
Amen.
You know, when you get out there and start robbing Peter to pay Paul and trying to do the world's thing, you might seem like you're not succeeding very well. Storms that come of financial bind. Sometimes it seems like your money is there, you still got your job, but it seems like every dollar you got is tied up in something else.
Yes.
And when you got $5, you think you're going to get you a $5 foot long. Somebody comes up and they need that too.
Yeah.
You can't seem to do anything for yourself. You can't seem to do anything. God, I want to get back to that point where I was doing okay and I was a blessing to others.
Yeah.
It's like my money is just being blocked up behind something. I can't see what that damn is that's holding all my stuff back.
It's so true.
God, I need for you to release it.
Yes.
I don't understand. I got a 3% raise.
Yes.
Ain't none of my bills changed.
My
but
Lord.
why is my bank account still going down every
Jesus.
month?
That's right.
I can't
That's right.
save a dime to save my life. Sometimes we have storms of dealing with loved ones, and this one's a hard one because it strikes at your heart and it strikes at your emotions, but it also strikes with your mind because you remember that loved one.
Yes.
You remember how they were when they were young and vibrant and healthy. You remember how they was at the picnics and the family reunion. You remember how they were just on yesterday or the day before, hanging out, you know, playing basketball, doing whatever it is that they like to do, laughing, joking, cutting up, acting a fool. You remember all those things, and so every time you have one of those memories, there's a pain in your heart.
Right.
Because that person is gone.
Yes.
You don't have them anymore. Sometimes that person is the one that kept you grounded, that kept you sane, kept you from snapping off on some things sometimes. Sometimes these people are the ones that when it seems like you were going through, you didn't even have to tell them anything. You didn't have to call them. They could be in another state, clear on the other side of the world, and you get a phone call that says, how you doing? I feel like something's wrong. It hurts in a whole different way. I think Facebook says it hit different.
Right. Amen.
When you lose someone so close to you, when you lose someone before what we consider an old age, when you lose someone to sickness, when you lose someone to some act of violence that could have been avoided completely, it hits different. It hurts in such a way that you can't seem to understand what's going on, and you begin to question even God. God, why did you do this? Why did you let this happen? Why did you take my loved one away from me? When is this pain in my heart going to go? Why does it feel like I am dying? You should have took me. I'm still here with cancer, but you took that little 12-year-old that was in perfect condition. I'm still here suffering, battling with diabetes and amputees and different things like that. But you've taken that child born at birth. They were doing just fine, and they don't know what happened. They were here, they laid them down to sleep, and they never got up. I don't understand. How could you do those things? I don't understand how that earthquake came and there was a mudslide and they can't even find my people. I don't understand how you, a God that looks high and that sits high and looks down low, couldn't hold that plane into the air. I don't understand how that car crash, you didn't move something out the way. God, you didn't put a hedge of protection around them. You didn't have the angels to go and bump that other car over into the other lane or scoot them around. God, I don't understand. You begin blaming God for things. You go through these different phases. Denial. You can't believe, shock and denial. You can't believe it happened. You can't believe they're gone. Then there's anger. And there's resentment. And there's frustration. And then there's, you feel like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde sometimes. Because you're like, God, I know that they're not suffering. God, I know that you have a plan. God, I know that you have a purpose. But next thing you know, that pain creeps up and it takes over. Once again. And you find yourself in a never-ending battle between your heart and your spirit. Because your spirit says God is still in charge. God is still good. He is good all the time. God didn't do this. There are things that happen in life. And at some point in time, we all must come and we all must go. Only He knows the appointed time, the who, what, when, and why. And if it was that individual's appointed time, they were going to go. Regardless of how they were going to go. Because when God calls, we have to answer. But it doesn't change the storm that happens within. It doesn't change the pain. We understand it. But at the same time, our physical flesh is hurting and we're caught. And sometimes we can't encourage someone else because we can't even encourage ourselves at that moment.
Amen.
Sometimes these storms are so mighty, so tremendous, and it seems like you're caught in a perfect storm. There was a movie I watched, and it was literally called A Perfect Storm, and it was about a crew of fishermen, and they were out on the sea, and they were catching they were out there catching their catch, and they finally, got to where they were, and then comes this storm, and they're like, oh my God, we're coming out of the storm, we're coming out of the storm, but then they hear it over the radio that there's another. And it's the perfect versions of storm meets storm. And you're smack dab in the middle.
Right.
Life has a way of doing that.
Right.
Life has a way of bringing you through one storm, and sometimes the enemy will slide another one right in behind it. It's like, okay, they tired, they wavering, the faith is shaking, the faith is shaking. I'm about to get this one. I'm about to claim another one. But God is right there.
Yes, He is.
Peace. Be still.
Yes. Thank you, Lord.
Be still your mind.
Thank you,
Be
Jesus.
still your heart.
Yes.
Be still your mouth.
Yes.
Because it's dangerous at this point. AK-47, dangerous.
Yeah.
Be still.
Yes.
That's what God does. He
Yes,
comes
He
in
does.
and He quiets those storms. So these
Thank you,
storms,
Jesus.
they come and they knock you left and right, up and down. Should bring you those who know Christ and those who have heard of Christ and want a relationship to a point to where you're on your knees. And you cry out to God. So when you're in the midst of these storms, you need to begin to say and speak to the storm. This storm won't take me out.
Yes.
Right.
My
Amen.
finances being
Thank you,
bound
God.
up will not
Hallelujah.
take me out.
Amen.
My
Hallelujah,
children
Lord.
acting crazy will not take me out. My marriage falling apart will not take me out. This doctor's report will not take me out. Because my God has the final say. This storm will not wash me out.
Yes, Jesus.
Because I'm going to speak by faith to this storm through Jesus Christ. Because Jesus is the man.
Amen.
The Son of God.
Yes.
Who has all power.
Yes.
God has all power.
Thank
We
you, Lord.
speak to our storm.
Thank you, Jesus.
And say, peace, be still.
Be still.
Amen.
All we got to do is remain anchored on the Word of God.
Amen.
All we got to do is remain anchored in our faith in Him.
Yes.
Sometimes there are storms that come up, and they're a combination of physical and natural, kind of like Jonah. Jonah found himself in a self-induced storm. Sometimes the storms that we deal with our credit and things like that, our credit, our finances, our relationships are self-inflicted. Because we see the warning signs and we connect with them anyway. Everything says, I'm a porcupine, and if you get too close, I'm going to prick you. What do? Oh, I can just pet it. I can fix it, and those little spines will just lay back down. It's a porcupine. You get too close, those spines and they stick you. Then you find yourself stuck.
Amen. That's good.
Because you've connected to the wrong person.
Amen.
And you decided, God is saying, I'm trying to give you better. I'm trying to position you with what you asked for. You asked for a Mercedes. Why did you go get that Ford? You asked for a BMW. Why did you go get that Hyundai? You asked for a Maserati. Why did you go get that Chevette from the junkyard? Why are you doing that? You asked for steak, but you went and fried bologna. I don't understand why you keep taking on all these substitutes when you've asked me for something, but you're not willing to wait. So you have self-inflicted a storm.
Preach.
You've taken on something that I didn't give you, and now you're so caught up in it, you don't have room for what I'm trying to bless you.
Glory.
And you want to know why you're in a storm. Sometimes the storms are not from the enemy. Sometimes these storms are a wake-up call because God is trying to get your attention. He's trying to ask you, where is your faith?
Yes.
Do you believe that I'm going to do what I said I was going to
Yes.
do? Do you believe that I can do what you have asked
Thank
me
you,
for?
Jesus.
Even though the doctor said there's
Hallelujah.
nothing left I can do, I raised Lazarus from the grave. From
Yes.
the dead.
Yes. Yes, you did,
So
God.
is there anything that's too hard for me?
Mm.
No, it's not.
Mm.
I need you to remember. I need you to remember these things.
Mhm.
Some of these storms, as I said, like Jonah, are self-inflicted.
Yes.
Jonah had an assignment given to him by God. He was supposed to go and speak to the Ninevites.
Mhm.
But he said, I ain't going out there with them trifling people. I'm paraphrasing. Y'all can read it yourself. He said, I ain't going out there. They trifling. They ratchet.
Right.
They just all sorts of messy.
Yes.
They can't tell the truth.
Mm.
If the truth were right in front of them, they wouldn't know what it was. That's just how messed up they are. And you want me to go out there and pray for them. You want me to go and lay hands on them.
Yes.
You want me
Yeah.
to waste my time
Yes.
to go out there just in case it's one. Just one. You might want to hear what I got to say. They out there and they doing a little bit of everything. Everybody done tried to witness to them, they done run them off. But you gonna send me. If they didn't hear them, I am no better.
Right.
Why should I go?
Right.
I ain't finna go out there. I don't think they deserve your grace. I don't think they deserve your mercy. I don't think they deserve you. Jonah didn't seem to understand that at that moment he's making all those assumptions. He's looking at what he sees on the natural like most people look at us.
Yes.
I ain't finna go to that little church.
Oh.
I ain't finna go over there and hear them preach because I want to hear somebody that's going to make me feel good. I want to hear somebody that's going to have me dancing in the pews. I don't want nobody to make me think about my life.
Amen.
My life is already tore up. I know what it looks like.
Yeah.
I don't want nobody to tell me things that I have been hearing for the last 3 years while I've been on this merry-go-round repeating the same old mess. I don't want to hear that.
Well,
Why?
Lord.
Because it requires change. You can't be introduced to the truth and then walk away and act like you never heard it.
Good gracious.
Sometimes these storms are
deep.
self-inflicted.
That's good,
because
Pastor.
you're somewhere
That's
that you
good.
shouldn't be. Because you're messing with things you shouldn't mess with. Because you're judging folks you got no business judging. You too were ratchet. You too were petty.
Yes.
The spirit of petty
Amen.
hits us all.
Amen.
The spirit of lying at
Yes.
sometimes hits
Hits
us
us
all.
all.
The
Amen.
spirit
Yes.
of theft. Whether it's picking up a pen or a pencil from your
Right.
job, printing off something,
Right.
stealing time, because sometimes I be really mad because people waste my time, and I'm like, my time is precious.
Amen.
I barely
Amen.
have enough time
Hallelujah.
for myself. Did you really just waste it on this foolishness? You've been saying the same things for 3 years and you ain't done nothing yet. And you call me wanting to talk about it and pray about it, and you ain't gonna do nothing at the end of this call but get mad. So why did you just waste my time? You stole that 35
Hallelujah.
minutes. I
Yes.
could have been doing
Help
something
us,
else.
That's right. Amen.
Y'all know I
Amen.
got some
Help
dishes
them,
to wash.
Lord.
I got children, they eat. It's
Help
dishes.
them,
It's
Lord.
always dishes.
Help
It's
them,
always
Lord.
clothes.
Yeah.
Why? Are y'all still in my
Help
time?
them, Lord.
Yes.
If it's
Bless our
nothing
God.
else than that,
Yes.
Bless
Amen.
us.
something.
Amen.
Yes.
I'm just being
Help them
honest. I'm
preach this,
sorry.
Lord.
Yes. Don't
Help them
apologize.
preach this, God.
But there are these storms that come up
Help
because
them
we
preach this,
find
Lord.
ourselves
Yes,
in
God.
these self-inflicted
Give us
situations.
strength,
Yes.
Lord.
You know
That's
that
right.
joker
Jesus.
ain't right.
Yes.
You know that woman ain't gonna change.
Yes.
You met her in the wrong place and in the wrong way and at the wrong time doing the wrong stuff, but you trying to turn her into the first lady. That's not fitting to work. And yes, I said fitting to.
Yes.
It's not fitting to work. Some of y'all are trying to take the corner boy and turn him into the first man.
Yes.
It's
Amen.
not fitting to be
Speak the
easy.
truth.
Yes.
Because you cannot change a person.
That's
Only
right.
God can.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yes. Well,
Going up, grabbing that porcupine,
Come on,
talking
man.
about it's a
Amen.
teddy bear.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not. It's a porcupine. It's fitting to
It was a
stick you.
sticky. That's good teacher.
So,
Amen.
That's
you to
good.
understand
Amen.
some of these storms
Mm.
that we deal with, even
Yes.
those that are self-inflicted,
Yes.
God could still step into the midst.
That's
Yes.
right.
Just
Amen.
like he did for Jonah,
Yes.
Man.
who made his assumptions, he cast his judgment, and then he said, I'm not finna do it.
Yes.
Even though God told me, go.
Yes.
You said, I will teach you you teach my word. You said you'll pray one hour. You said, even if it's in the midnight hour,
Yes.
you want to intercede, God, I'm going to intercede.
Yes.
But here it is, this time I said, do it.
Yes.
And you said, nah.
Mhm.
It ain't
That's
like
right.
that.
Yes.
I'm not finna do that. I
Yes.
will go over here and pray for them people. I'm not finna pray for them people.
Right.
I will go talk to them people. But I'm not going to talk to them. I'm going to go over here and love this one right here that's loving me and everybody else.
Yes.
But I'm not finna go over there and love that one right there because he's too clean.
Mhm.
His reputation is too clean.
Yes.
He's a church boy.
Yes.
He's over there posted up in his little suit. His pants ain't sagging. I can't tell what kind of underwear he got on from here. I don't want him.
Yes.
He don't know what I've been through.
That's right. Amen.
Thing of it is that he might have been that corner boy
Amen.
before God changed him.
That's
Amen.
right.
Amen.
Amen.
Bless the Lord.
And you don't want
Yes.
to accept
Hallelujah,
him.
Lord.
You'd rather
Amen.
share
Yes.
than have your own.
Yes.
Amen.
That's a whole different sermon. Let me move on. Somebody mad right now. So I'm gonna just move.
Yeah.
Self-inflicted storms. Jonah found himself on a ship, and a storm came up. And when the storm came up, the storm didn't just hit him. It hit everybody that was connected to him. Because they let him ride on the ship. Now, he didn't tell them his motivation when he first got on. He just said, I need a ride. I need to get away from here. I need to go.
Yes.
But when things started getting ugly, that's when he said, I'm running from the Lord.
Yes.
And they looking at him like, I ought to kill you now. I don't even believe in your God. But if your God can do this right here, I ought to kill you now. What did you bring on us?
Yes.
They said, what did you bring upon us? And he finally convinced them, throw me overboard. Get rid of the dead weight. Get rid of the rotten fruit. Get rid of the bad seed.
Yes.
Throw me overboard because my life is out of order right now. If you get me off the ship, you will be spared. Don't worry about what happens to me because I'm in God's hands.
Yes.
If God found me here on this ship, he will find me when I start hitting that water.
Amen.
Yes.
He will find me right where I'm at.
Yes.
Little did Jonah know that God would find him in the belly of the fish.
Yes.
Jesus.
So they threw him overboard, and there he was. Down he sank. Next thing you know, there's a mouth coming at him, wide open, about to swallow him whole. That's how sometimes we feel that life is about to get us. That there's a mouth wide open, about to swallow us whole. And in that belly of the whale, Jonah stayed 3 days.
Yes.
In those 3 days, it was so bad in
Yeah.
there. It was so bad in there. Whatever the whale had digested, Jonah could smell it. It was shiny. It was putrid. It was nasty. Whatever filth, whatever waste had happened in there that the whale had swum through, everything he came in contact with, every swallow of water, every ounce of seaweed, every little shrimp, every little crab, every little mush, whatever that the whale swallowed up, Jonah came in contact with. Laid up in there probably thinking he about to die. Lord, take me now. Just asking God to take me. Lord, take me now because I can't take this no more.
Right.
I'm not dead. I'm not alive. I feel like I'm just in limbo right now because I don't even know the place that I'm at. I've never been in a situation like this before. I can't tell if I'm going. I can't tell if I'm coming. Sometimes we find ourselves in those storms where the storm is so bad we don't know our way out. Even if the door is open in front of us, we can only see the seaweed wrapped around our face.
Amen.
Because the storm is just that bad.
Yes.
In the scriptures, it says that Jonah fainted within himself. His soul fainted within him.
Yes.
How bad does it have to be for you to faint within your own
Jesus.
self.
Yes. Amen.
It's got
Jesus.
My Lord.
Yes.
Jonah was tore up on the
Jesus.
floor up.
Yes.
And he called on God.
Yes.
Sometimes you have to get sick and tired
Yes.
of being sick and tired of being
Yeah,
sick
well,
and tired
yes.
of being sick and tired of
Yes,
your own
yes,
stankiness.
yes.
And call on God and say,
That's
God,
so true.
I surrender all.
Yes.
Not I surrender some,
Yes.
not I surrender most,
Yes.
not I surrender this
Jesus.
one thing,
Yes.
but I surrender
All.
all.
Amen.
Take the
Lord,
wheel,
I
Lord.
need for you to help me.
Yes.
Come see about me.
Yes.
Whether you take me out
Yes.
Yes.
or you deliver me.
Right.
Yes.
It don't even matter right now.
Yes.
Because I can't stand where I'm at.
Yes.
Jesus.
Talking about
Jesus.
storms.
Yes. Amen.
That's deep.
So-
That's deep.
In that place, he called on the Lord.
Yes.
And the
My.
Lord heard his cry.
Yes.
And he caused the well to get a little bit of indigestion.
Yes.
And the well felt the gurgling. He
Yes.
felt the bubbling. I don't want to give nobody flashbacks, but
Yes.
it's almost like the Lord sent one of them little clear bottles
Uh-huh.
of that laxative stuff.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And it hit the whale's belly so hard that
Yes.
he had to go and he swam up across the land and he went
Yes.
because
Uh-huh.
he had to get Jonah
Right.
out his
Yes.
mouth.
Right.
Because he
Amen.
said, I've got to get rid of what's plaguing me.
Jesus.
I've got to get rid of this
Sounds
thing.
good,
It's
man.
bad
Yes.
when your life is so tore up.
Jesus.
Yes.
What seems like the enemy don't even want you no more.
Yes.
He ain't even messing with you because he's like, you done this to yourself.
Yes.
I'm finna take a vacation.
Oh, God.
I'm going to Florida.
Yes.
You go ahead.
Yes.
But he spit him out onto dry land.
Yes.
And that was when Jonah realized, I'm not dead.
Mhm.
I didn't get digested.
Yes.
Oh my God, I'm still
Still
here.
alive.
Yeah.
So there he was, stanky spit, slobber, digested fish, seaweed and all, up there on the banks, just as raggedy as he want to be. Jonah was equivalent to that homeless man that smelled like liquor.
Yes.
Jonah is equivalent to your nephew, your cousin, your niece, smell like weed all the time.
Yes.
Jonah is equivalent to the
Jesus.
crackhead, addicted prostitute
Yes.
Lord have
that
mercy.
ain't had a
Jesus.
whole bath.
Yes.
She had one of them get high, hit lows, but she ain't had a whole bath. And that
Good Lord.
Jonah is
good.
equivalent
That's
to
good.
that lying backstabber that
Yeah.
you don't ever want to see again.
Come on now.
You're
Yes.
like, God, I don't care where they go, but they got
Yes.
this away from here.
Yes,
That's right.
God.
Jonah is equivalent. He's just that dirty. He's just that rich,
Yes,
undone.
yes,
That
yes.
person that nobody wants to be around.
No,
Because
no, no.
their
Yes,
life is so
yes.
foul that
Yeah.
the smell
Yes.
radiates out.
Yes,
They're in
God.
such a messy state that
Yeah.
you're just
Glory.
like, I can't. I'm trying to can with you, but I can't.
Glory.
Yes.
Jonah on the banks.
Mm-hmm.
He comes to himself and he says, I must go do the work of the Lord.
Yes.
Jesus.
Don't let God allow you to go through storms to hit that point to where you faint within yourself.
Yes.
Because you ain't tired yet.
Yes.
You ain't had enough of being beat on by life.
Yes.
You ain't had enough of lying and cheating and backstabbing. You ain't had enough of him going out and having other children. You ain't had enough of her going out and dwindling with other men, popping up and
Jesus.
perpetrating that that's your child.
Jesus.
When it's really not yours. You ain't had enough of those backstabbers taking the good that you have and
Jesus.
draining it from
Yes.
you.
Yes.
You haven't
Say it
had
well,
enough
True.
yet
Yes.
Lord have
in
mercy.
those
True.
situations
Yes.
Speak the truth.
to where you have to faint within yourself
Yes.
and you are a complete wreck before you tell God, I will. But in the midst of your storm, whether it's self-inflicted, whether it's physical, financial, mental, emotional,